Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Dijo's Antony's Jana Gana, which stars Prithviraj Sukumaran, Suraj and Mamta Mohandas in a small but vital role. The film opens with a voiceover that says something to the effect of truth always triumphs. That's what we're all taught to believe, right? But is that statement itself true? Because today, aren't we surrounded by so much of lies and manipulation and militant wokeness that sometimes it becomes hard to make out what is really true and what is the truth that people want to make us believe. Now let's talk about the media, right? Take the case of a married woman who elopes with a lover. The story is typically found on the last page or something like that. Now take the case of a college professor who is murdered. Now this story makes it to the headlines. So even though both are women and both are dead, we discriminate based on the assumed character of these two women by casting one woman to the last page and one woman to the first page. So we are making our own decisions about the truth about these two women. Take another case. Let's say we're given two people and said who is a criminal. One is fair complexion, he is middle class, he looks middle class. The other person is dark complexion and he's from a lower class and probably an oppressed class as well. Now you know the answer to this question, so the film includes us in these situations. It points a finger not just at the bad characters in the movie, but also at the audience. The audience consists of armchair critics who become judge and jury every time there is a newsworthy event. The audience consists of media that revels in sensationalism, whether it is Sushant Singh Rajput or Rohit Vemula. The audience includes organizations that claim to fight for gender or class or whatever issue, but with their own agenda. The audience includes students who fight for a cause or who protest and are labeled anti-national or urban naxals. Most of us think that we're doing the right thing, but do we have all the facts? Are we really doing the right thing? Are we really ensuring that truth always triumphs? Now this is a fantastic premise and I wish that Charas Mohammad's writing and Dijo's Antony's direction had been equally fantastic. Both aspects of the film are very broad, very functional and very A for apple. And adding to the feeling of being hammered by the film's emotions is the huge background score by Jakes Bijoy. I'm not complaining too much because the basic film works. It's a solid film that works and it gets its points across. It's an effective film, it's a very watchable film. I'm just wondering how much better it would have been had the form of the film matched the powerful content. The screenplay does not know how to hold back, especially towards the end where it tries to do too much. But there is no denying the fact that the points have been thought throughout the film. We are in 2014, we see a bit of Prithviraj's story during a court case that a journalist labels as a sensational story. We then move to 2019, this time it's another sensational case, but this time the actor on screen is Ragavendra. At another point, we see a little girl, she's ailing, she's in the hospital. We also see her grandfather and we are told that the man is in some sort of problem. But before we find out what this problem is, we cut away to the next scene. Now this is the back and forth structure of the film, which is based around a crime, and we spend a lot of time in the aftermath of the crime. We see the reactions of students, we see the reactions of media, and we even see a professor, a politics professor, who urges his students not to just sit and listen to his politics lessons, but to actually go out there and practice politics in action. That is to go out there and protest with the rest of the nation. In other words, everyone is convinced they know what the truth is, or they're at least on a mission to find out what the truth is given the facts of the case. They want to find out and punish the people responsible for the crime, and the second half of the film becomes a courtroom drama. That is, it is set actually in the place where the job of finding out the truth is actually done. Suraj is a single father, Prithviraj walks with a limp, no one is perfect and the facts of the case are not perfect either. Just like the truth is evasive in real life, the film keeps pulling the rug from under our feet periodically so that we are always kept just this level below knowing what the truth is. Jana Gana has 2-star performances, but because of the ultra-broad filmmaking, Ragavendra subtleness fades in front of Prithviraj's sensational and very controlled flamboyance. It is not easy to play to the gallery and yet not do so in an overt fashion. Prithviraj does just that. Every scene we sense his inner fury, and every scene that he's in, every second he's on screen, the film goes up several notches. The writing, the direction, the dialogues, everything goes up several notches. Even the pace feels less flabby, and of course the content is so strong in the second half that the film really hits hard in the latter portions. There's a line about a Dalit sweeper, there's a passage that repeatedly uses the words rape and shock, Had the whole film worked at this level, we would have had a classic. But despite my reservations, I'm not complaining too much because this is a very solid and very watchable film that makes us think hard about the nature of truth. That's it about Jana Gana. If you like this video, do subscribe to Galata Plus, and I'll see you soon at the movies.